Creath had ruled the Andromeda sector for 3,000 cycles. Their exoskeletons could withstand plasma fire. Their neural networks processed battlefield data faster than any computer. And their warrior caste had never known defeat. Commander Zixera had led campaigns across 17 star systems. And in all those years, he had learned one universal truth. Soft-bodied species did not survive first contact. That truth shattered on the fourth moon of Epsilon Prime. The human ship had crashed there 6 solar rotations ago, a small science vessel with minimal armaments and a crew of 12. Zixera's tactical display showed their life signs scattered across the frozen wasteland, separated into 2 groups. Standard protocol dictated bombardment from orbit. But Supreme Command wanted prisoners. They wanted to understand what made these humans think they could explore Creath territory. Zixth deployed 3 hunter packs, 60 of the Creath's finest warriors against 12 scientists. It should have been a massacre. The first pack went silent within an hour. Impossible. Zix clicked his mandibles in frustration, studying the tactical readouts. The second pack had located the larger human group. 8 survivors holed up in a crashed cargo module. Leading them, his scouts reported, is a human female designated Elsa and a human male called Jixen. They have constructed fortifications. Sub-Commander Hexenol's voice carried notes of disbelief, using debris from their vessel. And they have adapted our weapons. Zixtha's crest flared. They've had 6 rotations. Our plasma rifles require genetic imprinting. They bypassed it, rewired the firing mechanisms entirely. The female, Elsa, appears to have engineering knowledge. The male, Jixen, coordinates their defensive positions with remarkable efficiency. Zix watched the live feed as his second pack advanced. The humans had turned wreckage into a fortress, using the moon's magnetic fields to create sensor dead zones. Clever but ultimately futile. The attack began at dawn. 20 Creath warriors, their armor gleaming in pale sunlight, advanced in perfect formation. The humans opened fire immediately, not with panic or desperation, but with calculated precision. Elsa had positioned herself in an elevated sniper nest, picking off warriors with headshots that found weak points in their armor. How did she know where those points were? Jixen led the ground defense, his soft human voice somehow cutting through the chaos with clear, calm orders. Elsa, 3 o'clock flank maneuver. Chun, conserve ammunition. Short, controlled bursts. Martinez, collapse that ice shelf on my mark. They fought as if they had trained for this moment their entire lives, but they were scientists. A geologist, a botanist, an engineer, a medical officer. Not soldiers. Yet they fought like legends. The second pack retreated with 40% casualties. Unthinkable. Unacceptable. Zixera deployed himself with a third pack, determined to end this humiliation personally. As they approached the human fortress, his tactical assessment grew more troubling. The humans had adapted again. They had studied the Creath movements from the first 2 attacks and adjusted accordingly. They had set traps using salvaged power cells, created improvised explosive devices from their ship's fuel reserves, and somehow established a communication network using nothing but salvaged components. This female, Elsa, Zixter observed through his targeting scope, modifies our weapons while under fire. Her hands do not shake. The male, Jixen, Rexnall added, positions his people to maximize our casualties while minimizing their exposure. He thinks 3 moves ahead. They are scientists, Zixter repeated, as if saying it enough times would make it make sense. The battle that followed would be analyzed in Creath military archives for generations. Jixen turned the frozen terrain into a weapon, using the moon's seismic instability to trigger avalanches that swallowed entire squads. Elsa modified a plasma rifle into a makeshift cannon that punched through heavy armor plating. The other humans, each supposedly specialized in non-combat disciplines, fought with a ferocity that defied explanation. But it was not just their tactics or improvisation that disturbed Zixera. It was something else. Something in their eyes. When a Creath warrior named Zixera fell through weakened ice into freezing water, drowning in his own armor, Jixen actually paused the fight. "Hold fire," he shouted. Incredibly, the humans stopped shooting. Jixen called out in broken Creath words. He must have learned from intercepted communications. "We pull him out. You stop shooting. He lives." Zixt was so shocked he actually honored the ceasefire. They watched as 2 humans risked their own lives to pull Zixera from the water. Elsa even used her medical kit on him, stabilizing his condition before withdrawing back to their positions. "Why?" Zixt demanded, calm but genuinely confused. "We are trying to kill you." Jixen's response came through the translator. "Doesn't mean we have to let him die like that. There's a difference between warfare and murder." That was when Zixera understood. These humans did not fight because they were warriors. They fought because they had no choice. But they fought with honor, with ingenuity, with a refusal to surrender that transcended mere survival instinct. The siege lasted 3 more days. In the end, Zixth made a decision that would cost him his commission, but save his honor. He withdrew. Why? Supreme Command demanded. Because, Zixth said, "I have seen the future, and it speaks with a human voice." 12 scientists had held off 60 of their finest warriors. Imagine what their soldiers could do. Imagine what their civilization could do if we made them our enemy. The report he filed was classified, but portions leaked. The story of Elsa and Jixen, the engineer and the geologist who became warriors, the scientists who stood against the Creath Empire and survived, spread across the galaxy. Humanity was granted passage through Creath space. Not out of generosity, but out of respect. Zixera never led another campaign. But sometimes, in his rest cycles, he would review the footage of that battle and wonder, if humans could do this with 12 scientists and debris from a crashed ship, what could they not do? He had witnessed the birth of legends. And he had been wise enough to step aside before they became his civilization's nightmare. The humans called it survival. The galaxy would come to call it something else, humanity. Please follow my channel for more videos. One click from you can change my life.